The topic for today is what are your special gifts? Everybody is different, everybody is the same in a lot of ways, but what makes you you? What makes you, irreplaceable? Yeah, I play too much, but this is a black screen reading because I need y'all to hear me, not look at me. All right, we need some good understanding. So we have 5 piles today. Everything is in the description box as well as information on how to book or shop with me if you like my tarot decks or you like my style of reading. So let's get into pile number one. What are your special gifts? I'm just gonna lay your cards out and meditate on them high key. You guys could definitely be a fire sign in this group, pile number one. I definitely see that like a lot of um your special gifts rely on perception, how you see things. You could say that you're isolated, but one could say that how do I say it? You could probably say that you're isolated, or others may say that you're isolated, but other people may say that you chose to not fit in. And those are two perspectives of the same situation. Not being able to fit in or saying, oh, I choose isolation. I almost didn't like, okay. Oh, okay, so cat phone died. It is what it is. But I'm really getting that, like, let me do a check. Hold on. Let me do an audio check. Make sure y'all hearing me. Mm. All right. Okay, so finally. Anyways, so like I said, I feel like you guys really like in a lot of ways other people don't matter. How other people perceive you do not matter. But for a lot of people that it does matter. I feel like if you're a fire element, it does matter. And I really sometimes I just think about random stuff. And I was thinking about how affected am I by other elements. And I was thinking about how, wind does affect me to some degree, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I'm pretty grounded, wind will never blow so high, that it wipes out the whole, ocean. It's a manageable level. I think about how fire causes me to change my state, change my energy state. I think about, you know, how, the earth is, if I was to be water, like these are just meditation things. Like when you really get into like meditation, like you understand that you can go into meditation as anything and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So these are just my examples. This is just me, flowing with your energy or trying to help you understand your energy, okay? From a water signs perspective. And if I was to step into a fire signs energy, I would think about how cold, I feel like some air signs could be. Or I would think about how I don't really like water signs at all because water signs make me realize how unstable or how I need to be controlled. Do you feel me? Or how when I get around a whole bunch of other fire signs, it's a whole bunch of chaos. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like your special gift is you really have a good sense of awareness. But I feel like if you're too focused on you'll never be able to understand your level of effect on other people. You will never understand how you really can shift a water sign from being plain old boring to actually being able to function a steamboat. You know what I'm saying? Like you would really be able to encompass everything but nothing at all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't know what I'm saying because probably crazy. But anyway, getting into the way I do not have time for my phone to be glitching pile number one on the first pile is crazy. But anyway, let me speed this up. I'm really getting at your secret gift that you don't. I feel like you don't know about it because you're too focused on yourself. You don't see your true influence on other people, and you're not able to harness that if you don't see it. You're coming out as the Queen of Wands. I would also say King of Wands as well. Um, I just don't see you being able to fit into a box. I really don't feel like people are able to quite grasp you. And I feel like in your mind, with this Nine of Swords being your tarot for the day, well, for this reading, I'm thinking that you see yourself as your cup is half empty instead of half full. But you need to understand how much power comes from being isolated or not being able to fit in. Whereas some people couldn't even think or fathom not being in a group or not being in society because they're so dependent or their nature is like, oh my God, I would go crazy if I didn't, talk to somebody. So I really feel like you have passion and you're able to, exceed, what people think that you can, but you have to see that for yourself in order for it to come through. I feel like your special power is your passion and how you're able to just I don't know. It's the way you're able to spirit says flick, like I guess like flicker like a light, but how you're able to like really just affect people by number one. You just don't see your true power, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed that short mini reading on your special gifts. Like, share, subscribe, or feel free to pick whatever power you feel drawn to as well. So I'm gonna see you guys later. So pile number two, let's get into your reading on what are your special gifts. You picked illumination. I see that you really shine bright. You could have been attracted to pile number one. I suggest you go to check that out. Yeah, you could definitely be attracted to pile number one. We have here hermit and we have here thief. Um, I feel like power number two, you really shed a light on like other people in a way that people see as uncomfortable. And I say uncomfortable because a lot of people would prefer to be in the dark. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people prefer for other people to tell them they're beautiful even though they're not, or even though that they know they don't work hard to be beautiful, or they would say, "Oh, you have so much, this or that," even though they know that they haven't worked for that. It's like you shed light on what the truth is, and people don't really see that as a good thing. People really try to cast you out. People really try to assume this or that. They try to pretty much rob you of your spotlight before you can even get into it. But I feel off top, I'm not even halfway into your cards. I'm literally a piece of the way. I'm really feeling like even though people say this, it shows who they are and it never shows who you truly are. And it always gets people wondering about where is your nature. People do not know who you are. People do not know your like people see you and they're want you like you have people in awe, like how I was just low key stuttering and stumbling over my words. That's how you have people. They feel like you rob them of their sense of like, oh my God, I really saw the most beautiful person I could possibly see, or oh my gosh, I really just met the most angelic person that I could possibly meet. It's like you give them this like star quality, even though it's every day to day life, and they in their minds like, I have to follow you. They want to know what you're doing. Like they're your friend, even though they feel like they feel so scared to get close to you. They feel like they would be singed. So we have great diviner. You guys could be tarot readers, um, light workers. So Spirit says shadow workers too. I don't know why, but I feel like shadow work and light work is the same thing, just on different sides. That's why I feel like you could have been attracted to pile number one, because I think I mentioned something about that too. Okay, and we have I'm going to put backstory on the Great Diviner. With the Great Diviner card, this guy pretty much made his own divination. How, you may ask? He made it by some pecans falling. Like he did it every day, all day for, I think he did it for some years. And he didn't leave for that spot for years. And then out of nowhere, people started like asking him stuff, or feeling like, he got to this point where, it was just this like vibe, like, oh, he know what he doing now. He has to know what he's doing. And he became like right about it. And I feel like with this Nine of Wands, like right next to it, I feel like you enchant people, and I feel like that's a gift on its own. But the way you channel it is up to you. So if you're coming from the shadow attribute, which is you're withdrawing from society because you don't want to be judged, which judgment is going to happen regardless. The person that you think is your friend, your ride or die, is judging you. You know what I'm saying? The thief came out. You're robbing people. People who think that they're light, you're robbing them of their light. When you take their mask off and show people, hey, it was just a flashlight. Look how dark they are. Same way about people who are dark. You're taking the cloak off and saying, hey, you're not dark. You're really a light worker. You're just misunderstood. You're just in the wrong environment. The wrong work. It's like the way you come in, you just think about a hunter in the woods, and he see this big, beautiful buck, and he like, dang, should I shoot it, or should I let it live because it's so beautiful, and I want to see in a few years how big it gets, or should I shoot it because I want to shoot it before anybody else gets it? It's like this. What do you want to be? You're in this space to where you can be whatever, but is what you're gonna be do you want it to contribute others, or do you want it to not? We have Nine of Cups. I feel like you want to take it in a place of love, and you want to be able to give love to other people, for the majority of you. But I feel like if you feel like love is nowhere to be found, I feel like the first place you should find it, or to try to cultivate it, is within yourself. Find number two, you have a beautiful gift. Your gift is unlike others. I feel like you have other gifts as well. I feel like everybody here, I feel like no gift is not in, what is it? Not accessible, inaccessible. Yeah, inaccessible. I don't feel like any gift is inaccessible. I feel like you have to go through certain things that make that quality stand out. Just like you have to be, in order for you to be able to have like supervision. No, I ain't gonna say in order to have supervision you gotta be deaf. But some people, other senses heighten as other senses decrease. So I feel like when it comes to gifts, you guys have to be open. So pile number two, I'm gonna see y'all later. Pile number three, come on up. We have here confidence for pile number three. We have the artist for pile number three, and we have the seeker. Ooh, I'm so excited. Oh, I feel like your gift already is expression. I feel like the way you express yourself and the way you're so confident in who you are, pile number three. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Pile number three. I'm blushing. I feel like you make other people blush. I feel like you are always seeking something higher than who you really are and who you think other people are as well. I feel like you inspire people on a level that is physical, spiritual, and mental. It's like when people follow you, they don't feel like they're following you for nothing. They feel like they're following you, and on the way they're finding themselves. tradition. For some of you, you guys are following the tradition of your grandfather. I heard somebody say pawpaw. Some of you guys are following tradition of your grandmother. Some of you guys, I'm gonna say this: you guys are following into traditions that are lost to your family. Some of you guys are beating generational curses. For some of you guys, God called it to be you to end some things. Give me 1 second. Mama. I knew you was coming. What? I'm doing the video. Yep. I only got 2 more left, so I'll make you a snack after. You're welcome. So, I feel like I said, you guys are following traditions that could have been lost to your family. God chose it to be you to break generational curses. I feel like some of you guys felt like it was a burden, but understand it's not going to be. Some of you guys feel like you sacrificed your love life. Like you can't find a love that matches you because you've been so traumatized by your life. But I promise you, I'm not even capping. Spirit just gave me the vision. You're going to find somebody that has went through more than you, but it's the same similar experience. Every experience that you went through, you're going to find somebody that went through it, but it was another level of more demented. And you're gonna also be reminded of how you felt about that person initially on meeting them and and understanding them, and then be like, dang, I would have never. And then them thinking the same thing about you, and boom. I feel like the love that you find will be a love that you find somewhere else. I feel like you're not going to find it where you think you're going to find it in. I feel like with you being confident and you letting your passions lead the way, it's inspiring other people to follow their truth. It's like you're helping them release chains. It makes me want to cry in a way because I feel like you guys, somebody released you and they set you on fire to release other people. Okay? If you're attracted to any other power, go to that. We have the 5 of Wands. Yeah, with the 5 of Wands. And you know what? It's crazy. When I picked these cards yesterday, I don't know why. I was just so overstimulated. I just couldn't, give it my all yesterday. And kind of today, too. But it's not as bad because I see what I do as my mission, as my job, but I don't see it as a job. Some people say if you see it as a job, let me tell you something, I want to make money, period, point blank. I wouldn't do nothing that I didn't love doing and making money, you know what I'm saying? So boom, I feel like a lot of you guys are finding that out as well. You guys are finding out what you love to do and how you can capitalize on it. I feel like you guys are really just everything is lining up. Like your confidence is building up. I feel like how you approach situations is building up. I feel like because you're setting this fire, this line of fire for people to follow. Excuse me. I feel like you're finding people who are also like you, and you're building your own tribe. I feel like your gift is not really. It's just not. It's just who you are. I feel like your gift is endless. Spirit said bountiless. I don't say words like this, so that's what Spirit said. I just really, applaud you for being who you are, part number 3. And yeah, I don't think there's nothing else. So I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna see y'all later. Pile number 4. Let's get into your reading. You picked abundance. All I heard is money is always flowing to me freely. That's a nice little vibe. A child eternal and student. I don't know why I'm also led to this quote that says, when I surrender to life, life also surrenders to me. I don't know why, but this student led me to like in how in honors classes they're always talking about how does that make you feel or how you're able to express that. Like they're always, or in my honors class they were always pushing expression and how things make you feel and how you're able to articulate that. And I feel like when I say money flows to me freely, I feel like you walk in your purpose. So because you walk in your purpose, you gain that experience no matter what you do. And I feel like people are able to you're able to capitalize off that. People are able to to feel like they're being serviced in a way when you do that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like child eternal, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. A lot of you guys are like, you're always, every day you approach it as if it was your first day of life. Every person you meet, you act like that's your, like, of course that's your first time meeting a person, but you never get tired of doing something over and over again. You never get tired of learning. You never get tired of failing. Kids, you know what I'm saying? I think about all the L's I took in school, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, dang, they made me who I am today. It made me, the person I am. The funniest person in the room, I promise you, they're probably the most hurt. And that's just that on that. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? If we weren't able to do it, what motivation would be for anybody else to get through it? And they're not really going through as much as we're going through. You know what I'm saying? If everybody was sad, think about it. Trolls. Think about the trolls. There was a whole group of trolls dedicated to evil. Understand that. That's how real society is. They're mocking us. Everything, all this entertainment is not entertainment. It's a mirror. I feel like your abundance walks into how you're able to be a student but also teach the teacher at the same time. You don't know how to align it, but I feel like throughout life you're able to. I feel like inside you're able to. So boom, pause it before. Let's get into it. We have resurrection. So I'm gonna be real. When I first did your card, the death card came out, and I was just like, let me reshuffle because I don't like to take negative energy. Period. Point blank. I feel like some people feel like you don't take negative energy. I feel like a lot of people feel like you grew from dead energy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people left you for dead, or a lot of people singled you out, or a lot of people made other people isolate you, and you were able to like stand out problem before, and it really caused you to really like show like who you really were to yourself. Like you were alone with nobody. It's like you were in a place where couldn't nobody see you anyway, and you just started being yourself. So when you got to a point where other people were seeing you, you were like, fuck it, I don't even care. I could go back to being alone by myself. But instead you stood out. That could be a period, that could be the era you're walking into. We have the Six of Swords. A lot of you guys left people behind that were like aging you, or people who were stressing you out, or people who were always putting Spirit said assignment. So I would say people who are always draining you, like people who want you to do this. Oh my God, the guy who gets called to like to use his truck, or to move everybody's stuff. The guy who you call, on payday because he got this and this and that. Like I'm feeling like you're like a person that people call on when they're in their time of need, but they don't never call on you. It's like you're not gonna be able to call on them type energy. It's like you're carrying the load, but like you realized how important it was to be to yourself, and you left for your own good, but it kind of left you at odds with yourself. Like you left a lot of people alone because they were killing you, and every time they killed you, you have to rebuild yourself up. It's giving a lot of that energy. We had a Six of Cups with the Six of Swords. I feel like a lot of ex-lovers could have did that to you as well. A lot of ex-lovers could have connected to you because they liked how abundant you were, and how they could live a carefree life with you. How you don't match up with their other partners as well. I don't know why. All of a sudden I'm channeling a male energy. But that's how I feel. I feel like if you're feminine as well, I feel like a lot of men liked how you provided as well, and y'all were able to have. Spirit said much. So I don't know why. I want to say a lot, but I guess it wasn't a lot. I guess it was just much. It was way, like it was more than more, but it wasn't a lot. It was just y'all were able to have a lot. I mean a much, not a much. they like how y'all are able to laugh too with each other. Like people like how you're able to laugh with them. I feel like your gift is really in you. I feel like I really attract a really like diverse group of people because you guys are similar, but you guys are all different. It's like y'all are superheroes in a way. So that's what I'm getting pile number 4. I also feel like, people think that you changed too. I want to say that they feel like your superpower is like you're able to remain the same but also different. I always say, y'all, and Lord forgive me, but this how I feel. You gonna get the type of me that these other colored folks get. Well, these non-colored folks get. I'm not finna be sitting up here giving you the best version of me and you putting me down in the dumps. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys, sometimes y'all draw a line, and that's why people respect you. And I think that's a gift of yours, knowing when to draw the line. So, part number 4. I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. I hope you guys, I was able to be clear on what your special gift was. And I'm gonna see y'all later. All right, so pile number 5. You guys picked the strength card. I don't know why I couldn't say it. Let's get into it. We have child orphan in the same color. We have mother here. We have solo magic. And then with these 3 of swords, and then we have the page of swords. What I'm getting your special gift is, pile number 4, is you guys were able to really draw strength from a tough situation. For a lot of you guys, y'all were in situations, some of you guys could have had to deal with like a bad parental figure, or y'all were in a bad situation when it comes to like your like childhood and stuff like that. And I feel like it is okay. Well, watch TV. I put on the charger, okay? I feel like some of you guys suffer from that, and like I feel like you guys also grew like, even though I feel like a lot of y'all don't tell people about what you went through with your, it's coming out mother, or it's coming out whoever you identify with, like on a soul level as being your maternal figure. I feel like a lot of you guys, like, if you guys speak on that, you'll find out that other people feel the same way. They feel heartbroken the same way you feel heartbroken. I feel like the way you transmuted that, and that's a new word that I'm learning, what transmuted means. Like, I always wanted to be at some level of this or some level of that, but the way that I'm going about it mentally on transmuting it, I feel like you are as well. I'm gonna redo this reading too, because like what's coming out is really like, I'm gonna do this once a month. Like I'm gonna have to add this in, because this is really like a cool reading, because it's really that energy of transmuting is coming out with the solo magic creation solo. How are you able to create solo? You already have the workings or the makings within you, and all you have to do, like, it's like if you're a woman and you go through something hard, you learn how to take on masculine qualities. If you're a man and something happens to you, let's say you lose your wife, then that's the hardest thing that can happen to a man. Mama, it's breaking. Then why you just sat up here and broke it? Now don't break it no more. Here, ooh. Here, hold it down. Hold on. Okay, hold it down. Hold these right here. Put your fingers right there. Put both of your little fingers right here.
I think mine.
They use little fingers here. Yes, they are. So boom. I feel like y'all real life, like I don't know what. It's just y'all switching up roles. Like, oh, what I was saying about the man who lost his wife or something. He got to take care of 3 and 4 kids and stuff like that. That's the hardest thing that can happen to a man, because who is gonna provide that feminine love? You know what I'm saying? You have to learn as a man how to soften up. Your kids crying because they don't feel love. They clinging to other people that you don't like or you don't feel like they should cling to. Making you talk to people. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's causing you to really, you don't know you don't know nothing about no cattiness or what type of woman to not, go towards or what's, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just giving me that kind of energy. Like you guys had to adapt, and because you had to adapt, that showed you the type of strength that you had to give. Okay. Put it right there. I'm gonna get it. I feel like just like a snake, when you like shedding, I ain't calling y'all a snake, I'm just using this as an example. But I feel like just like a snake, how when they have to shed, they can't just stop eating. They can't just stop doing what they doing because they molting, shedding. They have to continue to move so they can get off their dead skin. I feel like this in a way you guys had to continue to live and continue to thrive and stuff like that. So with the Three of Swords, and I don't know why it's a snake here. I feel like you guys found some type of knowledge or some type of Spirit said transformative word. You guys found some type of transformative word. Somebody was able to give you some transformative wisdom, and you guys were able to finish doing what you're supposed to do, and you guys are now set on that mission to do the same thing. I don't know if this is a revelation of your special gifts or a revelation of what your mission is. A lot of you guys, your gifts are bountiless. They came out before. If you're attracted to another power, go to it. Mahogany, you doing too much squeaking and moving around, baby. What you doing, getting your toys? Okay. Well, yes, you guys. So I'm really getting it. Like I said before, I'm gonna do this again, but this is giving me what your mission is. This is giving me soul mission. Like you guys are keeping in a lot of shit that you should. I'm gonna be real. Like on that little orphan thing, on that little orphan movie, she was keeping a lot of secrets. I feel like y'all keeping a lot of tea that other people will relate to. Y'all don't understand how influential your word could be because somebody gave it to you. It's in you for good. It transforms you. That power is within you to give to other people. So I feel like if you tap into that more, you're able to really exude the same power in a different way within your generation. You know what I'm saying? Within your community for yourself. So I hope you guys like this type of reading. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm gonna try to get this out as soon as possible. And I'm gonna see y'all later.